Hello, what's up everybody? Mr. Thrasha, oh my god. Look at this, look what we deal with here in Canada. It's crazy. Got a funny question for you. Do you guys believe in poltergeists or the supernatural? Or that supernatural spirits can latch themselves on to homes or to people and haunt them? I'm not exactly sure what I believe, but that's what we're gonna talk about for a few minutes. And right here is very interesting. Look at, there's a poppy top of the Stuart Kettle Street sign. But we're here on Dundee Avenue where at the end of the street there's a house that is haunted by, I don't know if you want to call it a poltergeist, but the spirit of a man who hung himself in the basement. Now, he hung himself in the basement, and the people who moved in afterwards, I'm not going to release names of people, keep some privacy going. I'm going to show you the place real quick, but he hung himself in the basement, and the people who moved in after noticed that their dogs will not go anywhere near, or especially down into the basement. I guess many areas have haunted places that are known to be haunted by spirits. And this one's an interesting one in Ottawa. So when the people who moved in, the guy who hung himself actually hung himself in 1988, and the people who have moved in since noticed that, especially between 88 and 92, there was a lot of weird happenings, strange occurrences all the time. The televisions would turn on at 3 a.m., the paranormal haunting hour. The televisions would turn on at 3 a.m., sometimes flipping channels independently. To further examination, and more complaints were lodged, it was starting to be believed that there was certainly something going on, some type of supernatural spirit, this house on Dundee Avenue. It wasn't until the second set of people had moved in and said that their dog would not go near the stairs, and that even with force, it would refuse and whimper instead of going down into the basement where that man had hung himself. And yeah, the televisions turn on 3 a.m., changing channels independently. Maybe that's when he watched television. I don't know. But we're coming up on the house just up here, so I'll give you a quick shot. People do live there. In fact, I'll start across the street, make my way toward it, just like we're passing by. There's really not much more to this, but let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you believe in the supernatural? I kind of do, with all the evidence given. There's billions of stories, millions, billions, whatever, stories, supernatural occurrences, poltergeists or ghosts, and paranormal activity. And look at all the stuff Zach Baggins has covered. So I don't know, I believe it. And some things have been proven. But I would think all these people mentioning this over and over, and the continuous reports, but you would think it's probably true. Reports of strange occurrences. Right over there, that White House, just past that car right there, that's the house. Mucky Road, 868, right there, that White House. It's 868 Dundee Avenue, supposedly haunted by a supernatural spirit of a man who hung himself in the basement. Just passing by. Pretty cool. I find it cool to visit places like this. There's nothing cool about hanging yourself in a basement. That's very unfortunate. He was probably suffering with a lot of issues. We don't have to go deep into that. And like I said, I'm not gonna say the names of anybody involved or the people who made the reports, but right here, Dundee Avenue, very creepy, feely place. Look at this house over here. It's a good place for a horror movie, but I guess in some ways, if you're fans of ghost movies, that stuff went down right here. Oh, only so many places I can walk. Look at this street. It's nasty. There's the house right there. Man hung himself in the basement, and the dogs won't go anywhere near it. I would be freaked out, and I certainly could not live in a house like that, where TVs turn on by themselves at 3 a.m. I only go to bed around 2:30, so I don't want to be woken up a half hour later, changing channels independently. I like people to find a channel and stick with it, personally. So what do you believe? Let me know in the comments. If you believe in supernatural, if you believe in poltergeists and ghosts. I know somebody I'm subscribed to, Strange in Maine. Check out her channel. She does a lot of cool ghost stories, paranormal stories, people's encounters, and she has some good ones of her own. Strange in Maine. Well, here we're strange in Ottawa. There's a lot of crazy stuff like this. That's why I like coming around and covering some of them, so yeah. Oh, mucky. Yeah, this would make a wicked street for a horror movie. There's another horror movie I will be covering the filming locations for here in Ottawa. Been tracking them down. Not gonna let you in on what that is. I could, it's not a big deal, but that is the question. Please let me know in the comments. What do you think? Supernatural, what's your opinion on that stuff? Do you have any stories of your own? But it's cool to go and look at a house where reports of this stuff has occurred over and over. A lot of strange occurrences have happened in the past 20 years in that house, I guess. Plates falling out of things like coming off shelves, plates falling out of the cupboards. How does that happen? I've seen something similar to what I had read, like CDs coming off of a shelf that's kind of enclosed. I've seen something similar to that, and I wondered how these CDs fall when the shelf kind of comes out from where the CDs are and it curves in. How could the CDs get by that if they were back? So something like that occurred here as well. Strange occurrences. Dogs not going in the basement. That's it. That's it for today. Please remember to like, remember to subscribe. Never know what you may be missing. You never know what we're doing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Got lots more of everything coming. Churches, cemeteries, food, filming locations, historic spots. And that's where we are today, Dundee Avenue, checking out a case of the paranormal. And we're done. That's it today. Please go back, check out my other videos, roadside attractions, all kinds of cool stuff, other true crime videos. This isn't true crime. It's just a paranormal occurrence chat and showing. Okay. Thanks again, everybody. I love you all. Goodbye. We'll see you next time. Just stopped by AEW. AEW, All Elite Wrestling. No, that's ANW. And that's a coffee. I've never had an A&W coffee before, so I'm gonna give that a shot. And then I'm gonna consume this double matzo burger. I have time to make dinner tonight, so I'm gonna do this on camera. I'm just gonna enjoy this, so. What? You want it? You want my burger? I gotta eat that. It's the Mr. Thrasha burger. And some french fries too.